Somehow, through some miracle, it is gorgeous outside in November in Canada. So let's throw down with some limited time Canadian ice cream and revel in this fantastic weather. Hello, food freaks. Welcome to That's Rank. It's November 6th today when I'm filming this, and unbelievably, it's like 22 degrees outside. By this time last year, we already had like half a foot of snow, so to be in a position to be enjoying my backyard in short sleeves and throw down with some Breyers ice cream, what a blessing. And speaking of blessings, we are embracing all things Canadian with these 3 limited time releases from Breyers. So we've got Blueberry Grunt, we've got Nanaimo Bar, and we've got Butter Tarts. 3 desserts that scream hoser. So let's check them out. So, you might be wondering just what the hell Blueberry Grunt is. Well, it's a lot more exciting in name than it is in preparation. Basically, it's a stovetop cobbler made in Nova Scotia. And the word grunt comes in from the noise that the blueberries are making when they're being cooked down. It's sort of a noise. Guys, fun fact. Blueberry Grunt used to be my online dating name. I don't even know what that means, but it felt right. So I brought the close-up camera along so we could get a good look at the ice cream. So we'll zoom in here and see what we've got as I dig into it a little bit. It looks like we've got some good stuff here. I see some purple swirls. I see a couple of chunks of blueberry as well as some nice pieces of, I don't know if that's biscuit or pastry or what, but it looks good. It's all very grunty. So despite my feelings about a lot of the desserts that I review on this channel, I actually skip dessert more often than not, but if you offer me ice cream, guys, I'm in like Flynn every single time. It's hard for me to find an ice cream that I don't like, so while I try to keep my ratings objective on ice cream versus, other ice creams, I do tend to get a little bit carried away with my love sometimes. Just trying my best to keep objectivity in mind. This is B-tier stuff right here. The only thing holding it back is the fact that Breyers is a good ice cream brand, but they're not a great ice cream brand. So the actual ice cream isn't as silky and rich. That's something that I'd like to declare in the S tier. And the vanilla here is actually a little bit bland as well. Like, it's a medium tier ice cream, so you're getting medium tier vanilla beans. But for what it is, which is a reasonably priced ice cream, the flavors come together really nicely. The blueberries on point, got a little bit of tartness, it's a little bit sweet. The crumbly bits of cobbler as well add a nice texture change in the bite. I'd happily buy this one again. And having tasted this now, I want to make my own Blueberry Grunt. And I know I'm gonna forget, because it sounds like a perfect summertime food. When blueberries are fresh and in season and ripe and sun-kissed. Guys, please, hold me accountable. Do not let me forget to make this. I'll do a short and everything, guys. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna forget by next summer, aren't you? Come on, I thought we were friends. So for all you foreigners not familiar with Butter Tarts, what the hell, guys? It's referenced in Len's 1999 hit single Steal My Sunshine, for goodness sakes. And who amongst us doesn't remember Len? Charter member, Cryptic Souls crew, right here. Although I won't lie, they're a little bit creepy, For God's sakes, guys, your brother and sister, stop doing, that. Anyway, Butter Tarts, for the uninformed, are basically little pecan pies without the nuts in it. The filling, though, is a little bit runnier, which sounds like the grossest possible description now that I've said it, but stay with me here. Think like, God, there's no good words, is there? Like, loose caramel? I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing the tarts a total disservice. Words are hard for me. All right, you know what? I'm gonna let the ice cream do the talking instead of me, since basically I'm hopeless. And I would say that the downside of it being frozen is the fact that the filling winds up being all hard, sort of like a natural pecan pie, instead of being what I know as a butter tart, again, being loose and runny, your favorite words. But you know what, that's okay. Sugar's always gonna firm up when it's cold, so let's give this one a shot. That's another nice ice cream. Now, I do find it a little bit sweeter than a normal butter tart. I feel like the swirl almost has devolved into being like almost a normal caramel, but there are some pieces of the crust in there that help cut the sweetness a little bit, just like a normal butter tart would. Now, the same issues I had with the last one continue to exist with this one, with the ice cream not being as rich as I would like for a really good ice cream. What they need is a higher fat content. End of story. Ice cream's not meant to be healthy, and the lower fat means that it gets some ice crystals and stuff in the middle. It's not a fluid, smooth, velvety experience. So I'd put this in the C tier because I'd eat it again, but I wouldn't buy it again. It doesn't quite satisfy my craving of a butter tart in the way that I would hope for an ice cream called butter tart ice cream. Now, I'd never turn away ice cream, but I think what I would prefer to do is dump a scoop of really good vanilla ice cream on top of a real butter tart and get my fix that way. So I think we've had Nanaimo bar ice cream before on the channel, but for those who are new to Nanaimo bars, it's basically the same ingredients as an American 7-layer bar, but the presentation is far different. So in a Nanaimo bar, there's only 3 layers. The base is a mix of coconut, cocoa, and some sort of crumb like graham crackers usually, followed by a middle layer of custard and then a top layer of chocolate ganache. And then it's served cold from the refrigerator or freezer, and it's just outstanding. It's super, it's rich, it's decadent, it's all Canadian. All right, that is a super chocolatey ice cream. Let's dig around in here a little bit and see if we can find the other bits of stuff. I'm hitting something, it's like mining almost, hitting like a rock. Can we make it out on the camera though, or is it buried inside this piece? So I like the swirls of the 2 ice creams coming together, you know, the custard and the chocolate, and there's definitely various chunks of something, so I assume we might be on to the real deal here. Sorry, we can't really see what the chunks are. Oh, that's great. It tastes about right, to be honest with you. They did a really good job with this one. The custard ice cream cuts in really well with the chocolate side, and then you've got a little bit of crunch from the coconut pieces, and I'm near certain I got some graham cracker or something in there. Very nicely done. Again, gonna keep it away from the special S tier simply for the churn job that's done on this, and it's especially disappointing here that they didn't use real custard with their custard filling and they just flavored like a vanilla ice cream instead. Had they used real custard, its fat content is off the roof high, and basically it makes the perfect ice cream. If you guys are ever in Wisconsin and get the frozen custard, you'll know what I'm talking about because that stuff changes the way you look at ice cream forever. I'm gonna put this A tier because this was the best of the 3 that I had today, and honestly, that was not what I expected going into today's episode. I fully anticipated gravitating towards the blueberry one, but the flavor of this is so well done and so on point that it's my favorite. It's not a bad go around from Breyers, who are basically on the high end of low end ice cream. And I love the all Canadian series that they're doing. I fully endorse doing more Canadiana. You could do stuff like the cinnamon beaver tail or flapper pie or tiger tail. Y'all can do it, guys. I believe in you.